Here we go again. Here we go again. Another week and yet another unarmed black man died in the hands of somebody who's supposed to be protecting them. This is why Colin Kaepernick kneed in the first place. And this white guy had his knee. His last name is Chauvin. I don't really care about his name. The police officer. He had his knee around his neck for over 8 minutes while the guy screams, "I can't breathe." It was like watching a dying animal in the middle of the street and being helpless about it. Because this guy is literally torturing him. The guy is losing consciousness for 9 minutes. 9 minutes. He finally got charged with third degree, which is not. No, that's not much. That's after 4 days of unrest. They call it unrest, burning down the streets, burning down the police departments, burning down everything. But he only got third degree, and the other 3 officers got nothing. They all got fired, but that was about it. And all of them need to go down for this. This is all accessory, especially the 2 with the knee on his back. If you watch a different angle, you could see the other 2 cops with their knee on his back and his leg holding them down. I can imagine it's just one guy with his handcuffed behind his back, but yet 3 officers holding him down, and another one has his knee in his neck while the whole crowd is telling him he can't breathe. Let him go, let him go. And they were defiant about it. Defiant. Until those 3 other officers get charged for something, we're gonna burn this fucking city down.
24 hours, sunset to sunset. She's a dark flower, gorgeous black roses. That's how they know her. The rolling stoner, the rolling stoner, the rolling stoner.
Welcome back to the Rolling Stoner podcast. My name is Roland, of course, Rolling Stoner, triple S's on that B. And now I have to start off the show again with another gloomy story about another unarmed black man. Now, I'm sorry about that, but this is America. This is what we deal with every single day. And now there's just cameras to capture it now. It's been going on for decades. Decades. I've been harassed. Most black people I know have been harassed by the police officers. So, sorry I have to start with such gloomy news again, but this is America and it's still going on. So this is episode numero 69 or nuevo. I'm never really too sure about the nines. Nuevo. That's episode number 69. We rolling out here. Okay. Such a sad, gloomy week. They're burning down everything here. And I don't blame them. I'm not here to incite violence, but I don't blame them. Not at all. So on the menu today is Cherry OG. I believe it's an indica. Now, it's weird story. I lost some weed last week. I was so mad. I was so mad. Like about 4 grams. I bought it. Then as soon as all right, let me paint the picture. As soon as I went into the dispensary, I came out, right? I had it in my pocket. At least I think I did. I did. As soon as I stepped out, some old drug dealer in an old hoopty was about to hop in the car. He saw me coming and he was like, "Yo, I got a gram of bubblegum shrimp. A bag of bubblegum shrimp." I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I quickly ran into my car. And then I was going to put it away. And I was like, where'd it go? I looked around, seen some homeless hookers outside laughing. I'm giving too much about where I purchased my stuff from. But yeah, I looked around, couldn't find it. It was gone. I had to get another one. So this is Cherry OG. And on this smoke break, I'm going to play a song which is going to be a rallying cry at this times. You may have just recently heard this in TikTok or something, but this is a rallying cry for independence. And that's what the song is called, is Bella Ciao. Bella Ciao, Bella Okay. Okay, so that has been Bella Ciao. I'm not sure the originals of that, but it was an old song from World War II, and it's a rallying cry, and we need something like that at this time. So let's start the show. And let's begin with real quick, I want to make a correction from last week because it was Blueberry Kush that had me. That Gunna album, it was a 7, and I was saying it and I was counting it wrong as I was, because I do this kind of freestyle as I go. So it was a 7 and not an 8. So that Gunna Wanna album from last week, I'm correcting it now, was a 7. And you probably knew it by listening to me, but Blueberry Kush was the one. That was the one. So let me go over the criteria for the Stoner scores before we begin. Now, number 1 is artwork. I'm going to list it up on here. Artwork, title, intro, outro, use of features, less than 30% skips on first listen. That's like if you have 10 songs, if I skip more than 3, you know what the deal is. So replay value over time, the content, are you saying something, the beat selection or the composition, and is satisfaction guaranteed. That's number 10, and that means are the streets happy with this? Are we satisfied with this project? Are you ready to move on? So that has been the criteria. Now let's go over the albums that have dropped this past week. Okay, so I must admit, I'm recording this a little bit earlier, and I'll explain why later on the show. So I didn't get a chance to fully listen to all the albums I really wanted to listen to. So let's start with Lil Yachty. His album is called Lil Boat 3. Now, Lil Yachty, Lil Boat 3. Let's go through the criterias. And off the bat, before I even get started, I felt like this was a chore to listen to this. Yeah, it wasn't the best work I've listened to thus far. Okay, so number 1, artwork. Okay, he got that. That's 1 point. Number 2 is title, Lil Boat 3. It's on brand. It's the whole series. So that's a go. So that's 2 points. The intro, that's a no. As soon as I turned it on, if I didn't have to listen to it for this show, I probably would have skipped the album right off the bat, off the intro. So that's a 0. That's 1-0 so far. The outro, I don't even remember what the outro was. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember what the outro was. Let's dub that as 0. Use of features, that's a 1. His features carried him on this album. It's like if you play Call of Duty and you win, but you had the lowest kills and you were carried by your teammates. He was carried on his own albums. The features were the best songs on his albums. Okay, the songs with features on it were by far the best songs on his album. So that's a 1 on that one. That's number 5. Less than 30% skip. That's a 0. No, I skipped. Nah. And it was so weird. I had a headache that day, and this just made it worse. Like, for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just made it worse. No cap on that one. So replay over time, I'm not going back. That's another 0. Content, he's talking about being richer than you. We get it, you're rich. we got that. So you might want to, because it's his projects are not gonna. They don't seem like they're standing the test of time. Like on some micro, if he's making a lot of money. So if that's the goal, to make a lot of money, then you've succeeded. You're gonna continue to succeed. But when people get tired, you might want to hop over to acting if if your heart is not really into music. All right. So the contents, like I said, he was just talking about how he's rich. We got you. You're rich for real. So that's a 0. No content on that. Beat selection. Okay, it's on brand. It's not my personal preference, but it's on brand. So I'll give him a hit on that one. Satisfaction guaranteed. I want my money back. I want my money back on this one. I want my attention back. Was that 30 minutes? It's not coming back. It's not coming back with this project. Then music is supposed to help you feel better about your situation, whatever it may be. At a time like this, This is a dub. It's a no. At this time, the unrest, the burning down all the cities, this is not what we needed right now. That's not what the streets was calling for right now. So that's a dub. So let me see. I'm doing this as I'm watching right now, so I'm freestyling. So let me go back and count it. So this is Cherry OG, and I might get the numbers wrong. Let's go. So he has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 6 zeros. So yeah, this album gets a 4 on the Stoner score. So it's like when you do an exam and you get points for writing your name. He definitely wrote his name. He got the title. So this is a 4 out of a 10 on the Stoner score. So the next album that I listened to is Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, and it's called Alfredo. Now let's go over the Stoner score for this album. I listened to this album and I did like this album, so let's go over the Stoner score. And I just have to tab back to where Stoner scores were. Okay, so it should be up here if you're watching on video. So artwork, that's a yes. Titles, a yes. Intro, yes. Outro, yes. Use of features, yes. Less than 30% skips through the first listen, that's another one. So that's 6 for 6. Replay over time, this is subjective. You might want to come to it at a certain point, but I have to be at a general mood for that one. So let me skip over there and come back. Content, that's a dub. It was I don't know how many songs is gonna fuck somebody's bitch. That was the theme, the overall theme. I can understand 1 or 2 songs, but damn, it felt like like 80% of the album was about trying to fuck somebody's bitch, or fucking somebody's bitch, or fucking a rich nigga's bitch, or straight off the bat. So that's a dub. The content, that's a 0 on that one. The beat selection, that's a go. Satisfaction guaranteed. Are we satisfied with this? That's a yes. So let me go back and find the zeros. So I do some simple math. So it's Cherry OG, so I hope I get it right. So replay over time, I would have to be at a mood. I came back to this one. I would have to be at a certain mood to get back in that zone to listen to this. So I'll dub that one as well. So it's a 8 out of a 10 on the Stoner score. Another album that I was listening to is G-Herbo's, and that's called Ptsd. Now, the album, off the back, I like it, but at some point, it was just too much. It's a deluxe. Like, I was listening to it, I'm shooting this a little earlier, and I was listening to it, and I was like, okay, I'm like, I should be at the end, so let me look at the track listing. I go back and looked at it. The next song was going to be the intro. I was like, word? Wait, what? At that point, I didn't know it was the deluxe because I rarely ever read the full Apple title. But when I saw it, the next song is the intro, and the outro is all the way like 15 songs later. I was like, oh, what the hell? I was like 40 minutes in. I thought it was all flowing through. I liked it. I was like, all right, this gotta be the last song. I looked at the track listing and the intro was next. I was like, oh, this nigga doing too much. He doing too much on this one. So I didn't really, I didn't finish it yet. I didn't finish the album yet. It was good. I'll cut it in half. The first half is very good, because I haven't listened to the second half yet. The first half is good. He is saying something, so it has content. But it's just way too long. So I'm going to hold off until I finish listening to it. But it's going to be, I might just forget and just not give it a Stoner score. But we'll see how that goes. So this has been your Stoner scores. So is there a setup with this rioting and looting? Because I feel like there's a setup. There's videos of FBI agents in the field inciting these riots, starting the riots, and I see videos of neatly packed bricks around stores when there's no construction. Like, wait, why is there bricks around here? I'm confused. It's like it's been incited, and I don't know what groups have their hand. What groups are using the movement to their agenda? Because I believe there's multiple groups out there using this movement for their agenda, and the protests could be like peaceful, but then if you give them all bricks and then cite it and start it, you start burning down this building, then a bunch of peaceful people were like, hey, that's what we doing now. Yo, but over here though, the Supreme, I went down to Fairfax, you know where the Supreme store's at, and Babe store, all the stores at. They were out there looting. Well, I didn't go while they were looting. I went like the very next morning. There was sneaker boxes all over the place. These dudes came out here with their black Air Force Ones, because I saw some black Air Force Ones sitting there, and they just popped the tag. They did the unboxing live. They took the box. Hey, I want these. Bang. Like they put it on right there and then. I thought it would be, some people that on some resale shit, they're just trying to stock up and go sell it. But these, nah, we want these shoes now. I feel like another group that could have their hands in this could be the people who feel oppressed. They're using this movement. Off the bat, I must commend a lot of Caucasian men and women, because I've seen a lot of them, and there's a lot of them out there joining the movement, joining the cause, and a lot of them are peaceful, of course. But I also, off a sidebar, I know there's other people that are using this movement to vent because they feel oppressed. Like I went around Beverly Hills and there's a lot of spray painting, kill the rich. It's like there's a lot of oppressed people that are taking it out, and the coronavirus did not help. It did not help. It made things a lot worse. And plus, you have to be outside with a mask. What? You can't orchestrate this any better. Like, you have to be out there with a mask. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if there's some stores that are inciting these just so they could collect because they were going bankrupt anyways because of the coronavirus and they're not essential. Clothing, Nordstrom got hit. I believe if they got hit, they just got to collect the insurance because they're not selling anyways. I don't think it hurts them that much. And I also saw black businesses on Melrose out here in LA. Black businesses spray paint black owned business, and they were left alone. That's what you got to do if you're black owned business. Spray that and you be left alone. It's like back then, in the Bible where there was locusts and you had to put an X on your door or some shit like that with blood. It was the story. I don't remember. But you get left alone with the locust. That's what's going on. The corona, this 2020, it's all shaping up, and it's like you can't make this storyline up. You just can't make it up. Even if you tried, you just can't. It's just like you have to be outside with a mask. And you're dead broke because you got fired. And there's bricks right here. And there's a window at that store. What? But again, I'm just saying all this because there's a lot of different hands in this movement. Colin Kaepernick said he said he's going to pay lawyer fees for all the protesters that got arrested in Minnesota. That's the big ups, big ups. So there's a lot of people in this movement. Like, it's a lot of people with their hands in it and with different agendas. Like I just said, maybe some stores that are going bankrupt might win off this, off the looting, and because they have insurance. I mean, the insurance companies are going to lose, and the economy is going to lose, and who else is going to lose? There's a lot of people going to lose. There's a lot of people at the city. The city is going to lose because they've gone through great lengths to prevent us from owning these places. So it really doesn't hurt us directly to burn it down. We're going to burn down your city. You made it clear it's your city, not our city, your city. We're gonna burn it down until justice is served, like it was supposed to be in the first place. Okay, I took a turn on this one, so let's go over the MMJ news for the week. Okay, it's crazy how this whole podcast started with the MMJ being like the whole segment, but now it's the MMJ minute. It worked its way all the way down to a minute. So now one store that got on Melrose is Cookies. That's a weed store, obviously, and there's people looted it, stole a bunch of weed. And the owner, which is also a rapper, well, co-owner, which is also a rapper, Burner is his name, he came out saying it's fine. He's siding with the movement, low-key. So that's basically what he's saying. I'm paraphrasing. So he's siding with the movement because I've seen a lot of interviews with a lot of these business owners saying people are more important than the things that was looted. So the movement, the riot is for a cause. You see what I'm saying? It's a cause. And if you're getting your pennies in a bunch about looting, how it doesn't fix anything, realize that white people literally loot and riot for things that are happiness. Their baseball team won, so they will literally riot. They will flip cars upside down and break buildings because their favorite team won. That's a fact. So if you're getting your pennies in a bunch for rioting and looting because they killed us again, then where's your priorities at? Where it at? Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut this whole show short because I'm gonna have to. And that's not the frequencies this podcast is made to give off. Okay, so real quick with some announcements. Next week I'm gonna be off. Next week on episode 70. I'll be back, and I might give a audio exclusive. Because if you remember from before, if you've been with me for a while, I don't usually give you heads up or none of that. But it has grown a little more where I will give you a little bit more heads up and even an exclusive. I might. I didn't give a definite yes on that one. So I might. So I'm basically going to relocate to the East Coast for a little while. I'm a Rolling Stoner. They call me Rolling. So I'm also working on something like how in the winter I'll be on the west, in the summer I'll roll to the east. So we'll see how that goes. So by next week, by the time you hear this, I'm probably on the east. I'm probably already on my way or on the east. So that's something I'm trying right now. I'm gonna roll. We rolling out here. So before that, I'm going to leave you guys with a nice special segment. What's in my box? This is my favorite. 69, episode 69 is my favorite number because I'm born 6-9. I know Snitch 9 gave it a bad rep, but that's my birthday is on that exact number. So that's why I'm going to give you guys something special today. What's in my box? Something special in my box. What's in the box? Okay, so let me head over to the box right now. Hey, it's Napoleon. So my box is Napoleon. Meet Napoleon. Oh, hold on. Meet Napoleon. That's who's in the box today. So again, this has been the Rolling Stoner podcast. I'll see you when I see you, right? We rolling out here.
Don't worry about the future. We're in good hands.